let's talk about KPI Green, the numbers. Revenues were up at 569 crores, up about 96%. EBITDA expanded 73%. Margins down about 400 basis points at 28.29 versus 32. The net profit, though, 142% higher at 104 crores versus 43 crores. Mr. Faruk Patel, CMD of KP Group, Johnson, right now to talk about those numbers. For KPI Green Energy, we'll also maybe try and talk about KP Green Engineering, the numbers of which came out, which also looked pretty okay. Mr. Patel, good having you. Thank you so much for taking the time out. Some of the quarter for us, did it live up to what you wanted, or did the margin pull back a little bit more than what you had penciled in?
No, margin is quite reasonable, Neeraj bhai. And what we have thoughted or what we have predicted, we have delivered more than what we were said in a last quarter also. This quarter and this year is a very best for the KP Group whole.
So how, when you say you've delivered more than what you had penciled in, Mr. Patel, what contributed to that, and in terms of both the IPP performance as well, which was slightly lower than what you had guided for, give us some instance of that, and also what led to this outperformance relative to what you had guided.
See, in IPP, it's a seasonal. IPP always give you the revenue by the seasonal effects and all. But I'm very much sure about the next year production that we are moving ahead in the IPP segment in KP Group, in KPI, even in the KPI Energy also. And we will serve you in next year about 1.2 gigawatt upcoming project in IPP. And see, this year you can see the IPP growth is also pretty good as per the revenue wise and as per the say kilowatt wise, if you see in the balance sheet.
So what's so Harsh also joining in. Good afternoon. So what's the outlook like for FY26 in terms of execution? How much are you expecting in terms of incremental growth? Order book, how is that shaping up? Give us some color around both of those aspects.
See, I always has thank you very much. We always says that we are growing with the very good tradition of the Indian market on the renewable energy, and we are going 50 to 60%, and we have delivered since last 5 years, and the same trajectory you will see in the next financial year also.
Okay, and sir, how is demand order book shaping up?
Order book, as you see the order book all together, we have already presented in the presentation also. Whole group wise 3.8 gigawatt we have order in our hand. So out of that we have energized about say 1.8. So now 3.8 is still in our hand as a group wise. In KPI 2.9 and the in KP Energy 2.2. So altogether, we are very strong order book for the financial year 2026, and we will execute this business in this year only.
I want some clarification, Mr. Patel. I heard you say that 3.8 gigawatts of orders in hand, out of which 1.8 gigawatt is energized, right? So there is a pending 2 gigawatt of current order book, which you are saying you will execute in FY26?
No, let me be very specified over here. In KPI, there is a 2.957 megawatt.
Okay.
So it is 2.9 gigawatt. Out of that, 1.2 gigawatt is IPP, where the GUNL orders, and 1.756 again the CPP, as you can say the EPC work. At the same time, in the KP Energy also, we have the 2.2 gigawatt orders in hand, and we have executed 1 gigawatt. And this 2.2 is, of course, is the CPP business. So you, as we say, we have the order of both company 5.1 gigawatt order book, and we have energized 1.9 gigawatt already. We have energized. So you can say, if we take it out the internal GUNL business from the company to company, 3.8 gigawatt is a purely business what we have to deliver in this year by the companies.
Okay, Mr. Patel, so I'm just trying to make it simple. Let's focus only on KPI Green. What is the outstanding order book and what is the execution guidance that you're giving for FY26 only for KPI Green?
Okay, for the KPI Green, 2.9 gigawatt is the order book which we have in our hand.
Right.
Out of that, 1.2 gigawatt is the GUNL IPP business,
Yes.
which IPP business goes to the KPI Energy.
Which is fine.
And 1.756 gigawatt is the CPP business.
Yes.
So execution for the CPP business 1.760, and the IPP it's running, and we will get the revenue from the IPP business is for the revenue for this sale of the electricity. Today we have already energized 9.95 gigawatt, or you can say 950 megawatt. Out of that, 171 IPP.
Sure. So the remainder you will execute in FY26 or will it spill over to FY27?
No, it is in a FY26 only. So Neeraj bhai, one thing you will get it in the KPI balance sheet next year is the IPP business and the CPP business, which you can see over in this year. 13% of the IPP and the rest of from the CPP. Next year it will goes to the about 20% from the IPP and the rest of from the CPP.
And just one follow-up there. So effectively this whole 2.9 gigawatts in KPI Green, you will execute the balance which has not been energized in FY26. I get that.
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Part 2 of my question, on the IPP side, the GUNL numbers, right? When does the revenue start to materialize from the power purchase agreement entered with GUNL?
In the next March, we will get the whole revenue from this 1.2 gigawatt also, sir.
Okay.
Understood. So, give us context or give us perspective with regard to where margins will lie. This time around, margins saw a slight bit of pullback. Is this the normalized steady state to expect?
See, when you are growing with the big numbers, you don't have to be stick on the perfection of the margin, rather than the numbers of the profit is gone very high. You can see 70 to 80% PAT is increased, which we have to see in the things. When we were doing 100 megawatt and now we are going for the gigawatt size. So of course there will be some thin things less than the previous year in terms of say percentage, but in terms of numbers, if you go and see, you will get the 70 to 80% hike in the numbers.
Understood. So I fully appreciate that growth is priority and margins will likely take a bit of a backseat. But just trying to suggest, because your full year margin you've done at 32%, it's just that Q4 has come in softer. So can we expect that KPI Green will likely continue to do 30% plus? Is that the goal, aspiration, target?
Last year, if you go see, if you see the renewable business, you have to be whole year around and round and round. So in that case, last year PAT was 162 crores, which this year the PAT is grown up to 325 crore rupees. And the next year, of course, you will get the very better than this.
Okay. Moving focus, Mr. Patel, before we wrap up on KP Green as well. The numbers, revenue numbers looked okay. EBITDA was very solid too, but the net profit, a downtick of about 47%. What led to this?
Sorry, I can get you properly, Mr. Neeraj.
On KP Green, Mr. Patel, when I looked at the Q4 numbers, revenues were up 76%, margins expanded as well, Net profits were a bit lower, if I'm not wrong, 24 crores. Or am I wrong?
KP Green Engineering or KP
Engineering,
Green?
KP Green Engineering.
No, KP Green Engineering is a half-yearly result.
Okay.
It's a half-yearly result.
Okay.
So KP Green Engineering, I always is a 46 is a PAT for the H2.
Okay, fine.
And
so okay, on KP Green, the margins, are they at about 15.5%, 16%? Would you believe you will maintain these margins?
we will try to maintain the margin, as I told you before to us also, that when we are expanding, see, last year we were done the revenue about 300 plus, and this year we have crossed the 700 plus. So of course the next year will be much more higher than the what we have produced this year, because next year we are completely come in the Matar new factory which we have came with the IPO last year. We have already started Martha this year about 20 to 30% production. This year we are going to get the 100% production from the Martha. So of course this year we have crossed the 74 part, and the 710 something 702 is a revenue. Next year you will find out at least double. It is what I am watching as per the order, because the order in a KP Green also 807 crore rupees order in hand, and in KP Green we are doing the 45 days to 60 days order completion, not like the renewable energy KPI and KP Energy where we are doing the job in 18 to 24 months.
Got it. Okay. One final question, Mr. Patel, on KP Green Engineering. You've shown an order book of 800 crores, as you just mentioned. What is the order inflow likely to be in the future? What is maybe the guidance that you're giving around orders?
I cannot give you the perfect figure, but you can
Ballpark.
expect the at least double than the what we have done till date. And the pipeline is very strong, because we are going with the 18 products in the KP Green.
Okay.
And that 18 product is a heavy product, PEB structure and all the things. And we are coming with the turbine towers, wind turbine towers and all. So which gives a very, very robust, I can say, the revenue also from there. We expect.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Patel, we wish you all the best for that. Thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking to us today.
Thank you very much, and so nice of you, people, Neeraj Bhai and the Hers. Thank you very much to making the notice about the KP Group. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay.